Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. In our last episode, we started planning our main hub here, and we're hopefully going to try and finish it off. There's a couple things I want to check, and one of them being sulfur. And it was itching my mind after I finished the last episode, and I thought that maybe it would be worth checking to see how much sulfur we have. And yeah, we have quite a bit here. Um, so we need to either consume acid or we need to consume fertilizer. And fertilizer is slowly being consumed, but not at the rate we're currently making it at. So I think what we're going to do is, can we fit one there? We can, absolutely. All right, let's change this up just a touch. So we're going to have a lot more copper here. So let's get rid of these two here. We'll quick remove those. And quick remove those ones as well. And quick remove those ones as well. And then what we'll do is we'll place down a unit storage here. Once that is completely gone, and we'll line it up to this side to give us a little bit of space. We'll quick build that one. That way we can hold a lot more copper and hopefully we can produce a lot more copper. At the moment we are using the acid here. And it uses 6, so we're only going to be slowly consuming it. Another thing we could be doing is making more glass. So we need access to this dock here, but I'm sure we can, let's build it back to front here. So we'll give the trucks a bit of space to be able to access in there. And we'll give them a bit of space to access in there. And we'll just have a quick look to make sure they can, or they can just. Right, so let's just leave it at 1. I think 1 should be fine. It holds 3,000, so let's just get that built straight off the bat. That way we are consuming a lot more, we can hold a lot more glass. And what we're going to do here is just remove that line there and connect it up there instead. Cool, so I'm happy with that. We're going to be consuming a lot more, not consuming, but making a lot more glass now. Hopefully we can keep up with our sulfur. We could also add more here by just simply upgrading this line here. Now we currently have 354 in here. Upgrading it will give us 579, 97, 597, sorry. We can see that it's stopped, but that's because it's not consuming anymore. We've taken a little bit out of there. Yeah, we really need to consume this sulfur. So let's have a quick look at sulfur and what we can use it for. Use that to make our rubber, which we're currently already doing. We can burn it, make our acid. We can use it to make slag. That probably wouldn't be a bad idea to do. But we also, let's just have a quick look over here for a second. We've got more trucks on the way over here. This is where it'd be nice to set up something to help with that. What we also do need is we need some more plants. So let's change that back to there, and we'll say harvest that now and skip that one, and we'll start growing our seedlings. Because we're getting pretty close to being empty. We've only got 11 there. And we got a little bit in there. If we head over here and have a quick look, we can see we've got some saplings here. So we'll say for the train to arrive, let's keep it at 648. We can see our tree planter is still planting our trees. All right, let's look at continuing this build over here. So once we get here, trains will be entering from this side here. So if we have a look at our track, we can see that it's all one way. Should all be one way. Beautiful. I also didn't think about this, but we also need another track to come off of this line here. Get it to go in a straight line if we can. There we go. We'll just build that there like so. And that's going to be... Or do we build it over here? You know what? That's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, there's still one more in there. Hopefully I can just grab that one bit. There we go. If we set it up over here, the train yard that I've got planned, which is just here, you can set it up so trains are going to be going in. Trains are going to be coming from that way. Now, does this line split off at all? How does... Oh, I can't really see it here. Is it somewhere that is flat where I should be able to see it? Here we go. Alright. So yeah, it looks like... If anything, we would have to build it this way. Because all the trains that come off... Actually, no, if we have it this way, we can quickly fix it up. But if we set this out, say... I want to give us a little bit of space. If we say to set it up here, our trains will then be facing the right way. Oh, there it goes. Okay. That is fine, because what we're going to do is change this all around here like so, because we don't actually need any of this, and we can backtrack this all the way to where it comes off there. We're going to keep that line there because that is what we need, and we're going to grab this line and cut it off there. If we have a look, it's a bit smoother. And we can also back this line off a bit to about there, and we can grab our track again and can we get this to look somewhat nice? There we go. So then trains will come in through here and they will determine which path they want to take in here. That gives us capacity of 20, I believe. Yeah, 20 lanes. Okay, and our trains will come in this way. So we're going to have a little bit of a crossover here, like so. And then if we just cut across really quick and connect that up like so. Now it does look pretty messy, but once it's all set up, we can look at some different ways of doing this. Because to build a bridge up and over is going to be pretty hefty, and from such a short distance, I don't know if we'd be able to get that. We'll need it to connect up here. Although, in saying that, let's just try something here real quick. If I were to grab that and flip it, I absolutely can set it out the other way. So let's place that there. Right, we can make a... Oh, I don't know if I like that. There's a lot... there is a lot going on there. So let's just clear this back to there. Oh, it's going to take a bit of time to do this, but we'll at least get it done, and it saves the trains having to cross the other side. Since this is just a holding yard, there's no need to have both sides going. Okay. Clear all of that. Keep going on here. And this is where it's going to be a little challenging to get some of these, but that's now just one lane. There we go. Get rid of that. Take this all the way back up here. And where we've got it set out here, we can get rid of that. We can even change this one up a little bit as well. We break that, grab this one here, and connect that up like so. And then what we can do is I want a nice clean bend in there. We'll send it around. Can we have it a bit wider? Oh, I just got rid of that whole thing. Let's do it this way. Let's go back here and get it in a straight line, like so. There we go. That is a lot better. And we'll wait for... Oh, it's probably going to take a long time before we even get enough trees to be able to do it. So, need to consume some more wood. This is pretty loaded up here. So the way we can do that is by consuming our tier 1s, tier 2s or tier 3s. So what we can do, we can head straight over here because this is the sort of plan that I want. And we can just quick build each of these spots here. And we're going to run out. And if we head back up here and have a look, we're now starting to consume again. Can have a look at our wood. Going to drop pretty quickly as we're starting to consume some of this stuff. Beautiful. So far all of that looks pretty good. Still building that up. Still slowly mining out this square that we've got going on here. Now it is a couple levels up. We will drop it down soon, but I want to keep access to this bypass until some vehicles use this a bit more. And so we can see our vein goes clearly up here and it splits off into a V. So we'll definitely be grabbing all those resources there. And we can see here our excavators are slowly mining out this point here, which is good, to be able to expand this station. Okay. So our parts are still building up. We can build 2 more of these, which is what we're going to do. I guess while we're still consuming some things, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another bit of rail just here and chuck that to, I think it's that point there, and let's see if we can connect it up to there. We definitely can. And let's also add in another one here. There goes our wood train, and that will connect up there like so. We can quick build all of that, and we can copy these points here. We can put one there, and we're not going to be able to put one anywhere else besides there. So that's fine. We can definitely do that. Then what we'll do is we'll head over to our network here, and we're going to add these waypoints onto here as well. There we go. Our train has just dropped off a load of wood, and I believe it should be going back to go and grab some more wood as well. Oh no, it's only set at half full, so we'll get that to fill right up. We'll keep him chugging along. We should see some saplings over here. They're slowly being grown. And since we've got so many potatoes over here, we're actually going to change this one around as well. So we are constantly, what do you call it? Constantly growing sort of our tree saplings. Jeez, I'm getting a bit lost for words here. So that is good. And since we have a whole heap of potatoes here, it's not really a worry about our potatoes. And since we've got 2 farms, I'm pretty sure we can keep up with all of the demand down here. We still have 206 workers available now at this station. It actually doesn't require any workers. How about these diesel trains? They require 1 worker, whereas I think the steam train actually requires more. So we have a look here. Diesel requires 1, steam requires 2. And hydrogen only requires 1. Oh, this is steam, sorry, this isn't hydrogen. That's a steam train, which we just put steam straight into. Now, I do want to get some ore over here, because I do eventually want to start building our refinery. But I just need these trees gone. So hopefully with these tree harvesters here, they don't take too long to harvest all of them. As a matter of fact, we might just lose all of those trees. I'm going to say don't worry about mining those. Go and mine these ones over here, or chop, sorry, not mine. Chop those ones down there. And our sulfur is almost full still, even with the acid we're using up here. What we might do is we've got the Unity. Let's just boost these two. And let's upgrade these conveyor belts too. Get some resources out a lot quicker. And why aren't these producing? Because we have no coal. That is because these guys aren't mining any coal. So let's change this around again, because I believe looking at here, there's still 5 more levels. So let's say you're going to go here, keep this level here, but start mining down about here. I'd say if we go to 18, that should give us enough leeway. In negative 18, 17, 16. Yeah, I think if we go to 18, we should be fine. Which we might actually, just to play it safe, go to level 19 here. So level all that out. And then I'll get used to mine this way. Okay, that should be our coal building back up now. Slowly. This is pure coal, so we don't really have an issue with that at all. Hmm. Yeah, I really need to use some of this wood up, but then again, I also need all of these trees to hurry up and grow. Is that a second planter I seen? No. So let's head, we'll have a quick look here, because we are currently upgrading. We've replaced 41 out of, we got 43 left. Once they're all upgraded, should be running pretty smoothly. We have a lot of trucks on the iron ore here. Our coal is slowly getting there. Mind you, not all of our excavators are currently working. Pretty sure these guys are grabbing full buckets and loading one truck up every time they take a scoop, which is good. But hopefully once they get down to that level, they can open it up a bit. Right, so I do need to build a second one here. So let's take that out and let's put that actually just over here. Where is it? This one here. Captain's office level 2. Let's put this way over here on the island. And because it's already built, it won't let us place it down. Now it's gone. Just like that. You know what? Since we got everything else here, let's just place it in front of there. We'll quick build that. As you can see, we've got 99 months here. And that's because we don't have this anymore. And I think we'll find that this unity is going to drop down as well. Okay. Now maintenance is actually going down as well. So let's have a quick look here at our maintenance, because we're actually consuming more than what we were. So what we're going to do is destroy that there to that point, and we're going to chuck in a flat lift here, like so. Grab that there, run that straight into there. And can we place another maintenance depot? Ooh. We could place it there, I guess. That isn't an issue for us. And then we'll connect these lines up here. Connect that one to there and that one to there, and we'll get all of that quick delivered. We should see our maintenance being boosted now. Because I don't want to really have to boost these if I don't need to. So if we can prevent that, it'd be a lot better. Now this is only, as I said when I built it, this is only temporary. We will have to mass scale a lot of these things, which the plan is to move it over here. That is why I've got so many different things here, so we can harvest all the resources off here, but also this is going to be our main hub to get resources around the map and from the map. Now, if I remember, this is our export side here, and this is our import side. So what we can, how are we going to do this? We need to connect it back up to this line here. So what I'm thinking, you know what I've just realized? I haven't even finished connecting this up yet. Man, that is so dumb. So that one can connect up to there, and this one, we can just get it to... Are you going to be a nuisance or are you going to cooperate? There we go. And we can just say it connects up to there. Where is our fellow tree harvesters at? They're actually clearing all the way up here, and they've cleared quite a bit, which is good to see. And we should see this train is constantly running. Oh no, I think it was parked back up when I last looked. Yeah, it is. That is totally fine. So this is our zone marker here. What we're going to say is we're going to add a new train onto here. Let's first have a look at this real quick before I do anything, because I want the trains to be all facing the right way. Which, I mean, so far they are. Now, if I were to build this, can I flip it? Oh, I absolutely can. Cool. So I didn't really want to do that with the steam trains, only because it's going to be pretty expensive to do that. So we're going to put 2 on the front, and we're going to have 4 wagons, which makes them 50 long. So it's 100 meters. We're going to chuck 2 on the back and flip these ones around. And we are only 50 tiles long. So let's just quickly add a extension onto here. Once that comes into play, we should have the room to do it. So this adds... How much does that add? Here we go, 70. So it adds 20. So we can now start building that. So that means it's going to be roughly this long. So when we pull it over here, I'm hoping that it fits. Should fit. Right, so we don't have enough tier 2 parts. So we'll head back over here and try and have a look. Why don't we have tier 2 parts? We have everything, we just can't keep up with the demand. Because mind you, we are also getting our vehicles, getting all of our vehicles upgraded as well, which probably doesn't help. But we've got that there. Alright, so these guys are slowly getting it. How far does this coal come out? Oh, it comes out quite a bit. Okay. Question is, how deep is it? Negative 16, negative 16, 15, 14, so it does come up a bit there. I'm not too worried about mining all the coal here. I'd just like to get most of it if I can before we move over to our next source, which is going to be over here. But in order for that, I want to get all of our vehicles over here. You can see our iron's keeping up. We've still got plenty of rock. It's slowly building out here. This is looking pretty good. We've also got here, because the plan is to move the farms down here until we've moved over to the other island there. So it's going to be strictly mining over here once we move everything over. But until that happens, I need to keep going with this. So let's go back to our tracks and let's figure out how we're going to connect this up. So our bridge is there. So if we were to cut off here, say that our vehicles can go fast, we'll build it from here in a straight line. All of this would be gone by then, so we can just connect it up there like so. That'll be fine. Okay, then we're going to add all of these onto each one. Add it on this side here. And we'll add onto this side as well. And have I done these three? There we go. Yes, yes, and yes. And now this one. And we'll add these onto here as well. And these ones as well. That way we can read what's inside and then the vehicles can know when to request certain liquids. Okay, how are we going here? So we have the steel, we have the fuel, we just don't have the vehicle parts, which are actually being built back up as we speak. And that must mean that our vehicles have all been completed. So what we're going to do is, I assume that they're assigned. So let's head back over here. Actually, we can just head here, grab our trucks, and so we're going to get tree planters. And we're going to go to unassigned, and we're going to, let's get 2 more tree planters out of that unassigned. Get that built. Well, this has a lot of tier 1 vehicle parts. Wow, okay. I guess we can sort of feed them back into the line when it comes time to move all this. Okay, so import is, let's go here. Imports this side, exports left. Okay. So we're going to say, well, actually, let's just start building our second refinery here. So actually, what we could do is for our refinery, make it a direct feed. And that there wouldn't be a very bad idea at all. Don't mind this. This is just but when I need to copy and paste, I can just do it nice and easy if I were to build something similar to this. Alright, how's our wood looking over here? Our wood is pretty full with some trucks on the way to collect some. We're slowly researching our hydrogen production now, as well as hydrogen vehicles and our molten transport. Okay, so I guess since resources are here, we could just import molten material. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea. There's so many different ways we can do it. It's hard to figure out a way that would work absolute best for us. Let's see, 451 reducing 480. Both of these are working. Our maintenance has gone up again. So yeah, one thing I'm always keeping an eye on is all of our stuff here. That way I can see what is going on. And that's how I took a notice that our maintenance was going down instead of neutral or going up. How are we going? Can we build this yet? We definitely cannot. We are building the parts up though. And what we're going to do is once... Oh, sorry, made them. Have they already headed over here? Oh, they're on their way now, I think. Are they? Did I even... Interesting. So, where are they? Are they actually heading over the bridge? That'd probably be a spot to look at. We've got one planter here. Actually, you know what? That'd probably be up here. There we go. Exactly what I thought. We'll add those to the new island. A new island zone. And we'll add them onto here. Plant trees a lot quicker and a lot more. We can see we've already got a lot of trees here. Should see them heading down now. There they go. For a tracked vehicle, they are pretty quick. Mind you, I'm in the 3 times speed, but they are still pretty quick. Okay, so for exports from here, probably going to set up... Oh, I don't know about setting up a bridge, so that's probably going to be pretty hard to try and make work. The train bridge isn't going to work. Yeah, well, I'm trying to get rid of trucks from moving things around that we don't necessarily need moving around. There we go, we can see our train is now picking its spot to pull up. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for this to be done. So, since we got all that there, let's actually start planning our refinery. So, let's grab our refining bits and pieces. Now, what we needed to do is we're going to try and get more ore for our... more plates for our ore quantity that's going in, right? So, if we have a look here, iron, for instance, it's 30 iron ore, and we get 24 molten iron. Now, if we go to our tier 2, we can insert 48 crushed ore and get 48 molten iron. Right, so it works out an even deal. Oh, we do have to add limestone into this though. But that's all right. Compared to our uh, 30 iron ore to 24 molten iron, this deal works out a lot better for us. I do have a blueprint here for it. Um, what's this for? This is going to be for really anything. No, let's build it from scratch. Don't worry about, we won't worry about the blueprints. So let's just start these off. So we're going to say everything this way is going to be our, we are building on a raised platform, which is not the end of the world. We can always build a ramp down onto this layer here and work from there, I guess. That's not going to be a issue for us at all. But what we will be doing is, where did I see, what's up here? Zoning and assignments. Right, so we go to the new island and edit areas. Let's grab this whole side and drag it right over. And we'll add a pin into there. We'll drag this side over a little bit as well. We'll drag this side right out to cover. Just add a pin in here to bring it back a little bit. We'll add a pin over here to bring it back so it covers that part of the island. Add some pins into here so we don't get any of this island. Grab that pin there and move it to there, and we'll add another pin over here. You know what, we probably could add this other island into here. I don't see that being an issue at all. Grab this pin and drag it into here. Chuck that pin into there. Move that pin in. And we also need to add a pin into here to get all that. That looks pretty good to me. We also do need to just move this out a bit to grab all of that as well. So that whole island now is one zone. Beautiful. Okay, we can see our tree harvesters are hard at work. Let's clear all of this off because I do sort of like squarish areas to work with. I just find it a little bit easier to work with them. We do have the limestone here, so let's cut that chunk out of it. Okay. Now, we've completely set up this. For vehicles to get over is a whole different story. So this is the import side. Yeah, this is import. Same with that. So if we add some conveyor belts to run some of this stuff, let's say we go from we can even add it. You know what? Let's just do this instead. Let's grab our unit storage here. Turn it around. It can sit right there. That's fine by me. And we'll get ourselves U-shaped no, we need a flat lift. As high as we can go. I'm pretty sure trains can still pass through. Yep. Now, can we run it in a straight line? We absolutely can. And we'll run it into this one here. We'll just quick build all this. We'll say this is wood. That will allow the vehicles to drop stuff into there. Grab our flat lift here, raise it all the way up. Quick build that one and quick build that one. We should see trucks possibly. There we go. Now they are. That will help clear out a lot of this area. Yeah, we can see them chopping it all down. So yeah, once they chop all of this down, get rid of it, give us a bit of room to work with while also grabbing the wood. And that will let that fill up as well, which is what I want. And these are working so close together. There goes our fuel truck. So we also need to add a fuel station onto this. So we're going to say for here, right, because this is just dead space, we can't really build anything in here that will work for us. So what we can do is we can add a fuel station onto here. So we grab our tracks here, and if we build a little bit of a pass, if we can get it in a straight line, there we go. You're going to want to do that to me. Righto, no worries. So we can set it out here and get it to connect back up to here. And as a matter of fact, we might even just set up a second one here. We'll say for you to connect up. That works fine for me. And what we're going to do with the... Oh, actually, I don't know if that's enough room. Let's... Yeah, it's not going to be enough room for us. So we'll clear that, scrap that idea. Put a train station here. We'll also grab a second train station and put it there. We'll get our liquid fuel station, sorry. And we'll chuck two of these onto each when it goes the right way for us. You know what? That's not even going to work because I haven't taken into consideration that our vehicles need to fill up. So place one there, and we'll place this on this side instead. Connect that one back up. And from here, we can set that one up. Right, and then what we're also going to do is we're going to allow trains to deliver here for us. So this is going to be for our refuel station. So if we just clear that there for now and grab a fluid storage module, and we'll chuck two into here, connect that up like so, and then what we'll grab is a fluid storage here. Oh, that's probably a bit too big and it won't work for us. I'm going to put these we'll set it up pretty pretty spacious, or I should say. Say for them to come onto this line here. We'll add a train station onto this end, like so. Then we'll grab our pipes out. We'll say make them big pipes. We're going to say these two unload. And we'll just connect these up like so. We go over to our train network system. We can add all of these train stations onto here. We'll also add these train stations here, even though that they're not going to be active. Saves us the hassle of doing some of this stuff. So then we're going to say these are our two refilling stations here when trains are under 30% fuel. We'll also add all of our waypoints onto here. You can see that they've all just been added. Yeah, that's fine. So even trains that are waiting here can also go and pick up fuel. So what we'll do is we'll add these onto here, and we're going to say for this, I guess these need to be built, so we'll just quickly build that whole spot there, including that. And you know what, we'll even build just all of that there as well as that too. Now what did we run out of? We ran out of rock. So let's, oh, there we go, we got rock again. Plenty of it. So it's actually taken out of that storage, which is fine by me. Get this all quick built. And get that one. And that's that one. Okay, so now this is an active area. Sort of. Now if we have a look, I think our trains might be a little bit low on diesel. Actually, they're not, surprisingly. Oh, that's because we have our automatic fuel station here. But I don't want trains to be filling up here, so we can't really have that. Can't really have that in place. Another thing I want to build is a bypass here, right? So, say trains were to head into this area here. What about if they don't want to park? Right? What about if they're just trying to make their way through here just to, you know, get access to, or just going to fill up, right? So if we build that there, that allows our trains to now, we'll quick build all of this up. And you know what, we'll just do that. But what we do need to do is for, right, so rock that's here, right? Let's consider building a loose storage here. You know what? Yeah, it can go there, why not? Quick build that. And grab our conveyor, what do you call them? Our U-shaped conveyor connectors. Connect all of these up here. You know what? That is probably a bad idea. Let's oh, can I just grab the normal U-shaped conveyor? Well, you're gonna want to place that there now. Right. Well, we're gonna have a bit of an issue now. So let's just quick remove that. Just How do I stop conveyors from filling up here? I cannot. Oh, I don't have enough unity. Okay, I see what is going on now. So cancel that. Let's say that now. That will stop it from filling up. I do not have enough unity to keep building that. I do have plenty of rock here. Looks like guys can deliver as well, which is what I want. Which is what I need, sorry. Actually, you know what? Let's actually build that there, right? And we'll say cancel the deconstruction. We'll let this thing fill up. Alright, now we have not much rock coming out of here. Oh, there's all of our rock. It's slowly on its way over. I think it's the gaps because of the slag that's coming through as well. It's probably playing a part in it. Yeah, we have plenty of rock coming in. See, these guys are clearing out this coal. There still seems to be a little bit more in here. Interesting. They're still taking that path, which is fine for now, but that path is going to be knocked out very quickly. See plenty of rock here being cleared away still. And I think they're going to be moving into here to start clearing out some of this stuff so they have access to some of this dirt that's here. Because we're going to start chopping into this mountain again very shortly. So yeah, once they've done that, we're going to say, you know, start expanding this way here. And once we have enough room, we'll drop this down. Look, it even is there coal in there or is there no coal? No, there isn't any coal. I'm just losing my mind, I think. But yeah, there's definitely no coal in there. I think it's just what they were sitting on was the reason why. But yeah, we should be mining all the way down to stone, which is what I want. Okay, and our research is still slowly happening. See, this thing is still slowly filling up. But what we're going to actually do is we're going to not destroy... Oop, too late. Put that back there. And destroy all of these, right? Because what I want to do is if we grab a tier 2 conveyor, run it directly down here, and connect that up like so. Just quick build it. That should switch around. No, of course it doesn't. Why would it? There we go. Okay, quick build that. Now see our stones traveling down here keep this full. And this is now used as a backup. Or like a buffer storage almost sort of system. Cool, so that's fine by me. Alright. So they're still going. Our sulfur has filled up completely now. We have so much sulfur, and these guys are trying to take sour water and take it to where exactly? I have no clue. But I do not want you to import or export out there, so don't even worry about that. What we are going to do here, since we do have the space, is we're going to put a couple of these in here, and then we'll grab some tier 3 pipe and run that over here like so. That way we can make some more fertilizer and, keep consuming our sulfur, because that's what we need to do. So we get 6 sulfur, or we consume 6 sulfur there. We get 18 here. Yeah, we can see that's full. Okay, that is, yeah, not good. But yeah, I really don't want to waste our water where we could, get water back as well as ammonia and, our get our sulfur as well, because this is our only way to get sulfur at the moment. These things are slowly moving. They move 450 per minute. And why are these not moving? Because they don't have enough fertilizer. So let's chuck a boost on that so it makes enough. So now using 36 and these produces 36. Okay, we can see our ammonia's going down now. I wonder what else we can use sulfur for. We use it in tofu. But yeah, I'm going to say our main thing to use it would be to create fertilizer. Stockpile this, we'll have plenty of it. That will be fine. And we almost need to build a second chemical plant here. We could do, but I don't want to do it because it's going to risk when they drop stone here. They get good risk losing some ground there and potentially losing that spot there. Okay, so we've got plenty of stone now. Let's go and see if we can perhaps finish building some of this. What do we want to quick build? This is only little areas here. That's right, we can quick build all of that. Quick build that. And I ran out of unity. Okay. Need 1.29 to deliver that whole bend. Hopefully we build that up pretty quick. We also need... What is going on with that there? It's because it's back to front. There we go. Connect this rail up to... Yeah, it wants to do some weird loop stuff there. We'll say 14, still won't connect up. We'll just connect up to that line there. And we'll get this to connect back up to here. Why not? Need 3.8 to build that segment. We can build that segment there. Back to having no unity. We got trucks here that seem to be... He's got himself stuck. Right, so I need unity to be able to fix that. And it looks like we've got some vehicles just dumping here now. Plenty of trucks dumping here. I think that's just freed up that truck. There we go. Let's have a look. Copper has no mining destinations. There we go. So it's mined all of our copper out of here. So let's expand. Let's take down that wall there. I thought we upgraded all of our trucks. So we have a look here. And we upgrade those to trucks. We have 41. So it must have stopped a little bit there. It's fine. We can upgrade the rest of them. Wonder why they reckon this way is faster. They have a clear path to get down there. Oh, they can't get over here yet. Okay, that's alright. It looks like we are chopping into this bypass here. Starting to make a way through. We've got 12 trucks here. Let's make a few more available for it. So I think if we have a look here at our trucks that are sitting around, we've got 29 that are just sitting around. So yeah, let's add some more trucks to there and keep this workflow pumping. And I didn't realize, but we need to actually set up this so they're not all trying to go up this one spot, which is what they're currently trying to do. There we go, look at that. We are clearing this out nicely. Same with our iron. We've taken a good chunk out of the iron, which is good. Let's just fill in the spot there as well. Farm could not store all potatoes after harvest. I'm going to say, yep, this is full. I like that. What's happening over here? So our station's full there. And our station isn't full here. So let's change this one around to say for it to be full. You can see our train's gone directly onto it. It's heading straight out. Okay, we can see our fuel is now starting to go down. So let's have a quick look at why that is. 1.6 thousand fuel. Where is all of that fuel currently being held at? Yeah, I wonder. Let's change this back to potatoes so we are still producing potatoes. See, our sulfur is now going down. Hmm. Let's just build this one piece of rail here. Actually, you know what? We'll build all that. We'll build all of that, and we'll also build all of this. Can we build that one? We absolutely can, and we can build that one as well. Now they should have access to spotty. It looks like they're going to be going through a couple of trees, but that is fine. And what we need to do is, oh, we need to destroy all of these. And we need to add in our stations for it now. So we're going to say these are all unit. Build all of those along there. And this is where we need some unity. Right, what is consuming so much unity at the moment? Water's not looking too good. Household goods and household appliances, which we're not quite ready to start making just yet. But Actually, why can't we make household appliances? Hmm. Oh, I think because it'll be called furniture. No. All right, let's have a little look at our list here. That's all structures. Um, have we not unlocked it yet? Maybe we haven't unlocked it. That's probably, yeah, we haven't unlocked it. That is why. Our transformer is looking pretty good. Food is also looking pretty good. What about our water situation? Oh, that is why. Let's boost this line. So we'll upgrade that line. That is why. We also need to upgrade this line as well. Oh, that's only a small line, that's why. Let's upgrade that to a max line. And now we can see the water's being built up. There we go. Our system will dip a bit here, but that's because we're now taking a bit of a chunk out of it until this builds up here. Which that's now built up, and if we have a look, our water should be going back up. Our health is pretty good. But we could also boost that because I'm pretty sure if I head over here and go to our population edits, it gives us 20 extra health points. And if we have a look here now, should see this go up a little bit and our health points go up. But we're also going to be consuming. There we go. So we get 1.35. Whether that works out or not, I'm not 100% sure. We do have 16 boosts though, that's consuming 4. And where might those boosts be? So we got the 4 for our fuel refinery here. I do want to keep that boosted. So yeah, so sour water's dropped back down. See, our guys are dumping rock here. Now, the question is, are you guys loading rock from here? Use R2. Okay. I see. Interesting. Our Unity is now climbing at a steady rate. But what I might look at doing is taking this back off, because I think if we take that off, it should go up a little bit higher. We could be earning 16, but we haven't got our furniture or household appliances. Right, so let's see, can we build all of these? We absolutely can. Sorry about that. Oh, there was a second one that followed it. Okay. You can see our wood's building up and we've cleared a nice big chunk out of here. Looks like they're just finalising the last little bits here. And I'm going to say the reason why they're not getting these because they can't actually access it. So what we might do, what we actually can't do, because there's not enough room for it. You can access there, you can access there. You can't get back onto the main line, which is what you are currently after. So let's add that in for now. And we can just quick build that. We should see that disappear now. Oh, it's because you don't know what you want. I see. Okay, so we're going to say diesel there, and we're also going to say diesel there. And then once we get some diesel, these will topple over. There goes our train for diesel. Right, so yeah, I think we might call it an episode here. I think in our next episode, what we might do is I think we're going to start designing our refinery over here. I think that would be a good place to start doing some of this stuff. Yeah, we can already see that these guys are working. I don't really want them to be harvesting trees, although I didn't assign them to that, I don't think, or maybe I did, I don't know. But yeah, we'll get that running. We also need to build up this side as well though, so let's use some Unity to build up this side. Use some more Unity to do that. Oh, I ran out of parts, that's why it stopped. That is fine by me. Right, where is this train at? There it is. And it should be... Oh, it ended up on the wrong line. Because these have no train limits. Okay, so now he's going to get probably stuck. So we'll send him, and we can see he already wants to go out. So he'll loop around and head onto that rail there. He'll park up. You know, I'd love to start building some of this, but just know for a fact it is going to be expensive to build. So what we might do is we might assign some trucks over here and get some resources over here as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? We've definitely got the room here, so we'll pause that. What are we on, 14? Can I get you to come around this side? No. But I can get you on this side. Yeah, so I can't get it around tight enough to be able to build that. That's alright. What we can do... Yeah, no, we'll just leave that like that. It's gonna do its own thing. Okay, we're losing diesel fast. So yeah, we'll leave that to next episode. We're going to upgrade our system over here and even possibly upgrade. We might even move our dock over to here. so it's not so confined. At the moment, we're pretty well confined in this area, which I don't like at all. But we're working with it. It is working. Um, Sorry about that. We're expanding here. We'll move this and we'll get ourselves a bigger cargo vessel. Um, and we're going to stockpile a bit of oil over here so we don't run out so often. And we can see our vehicle or our train is still running here. There he goes again. He's just going to keep going until this is full. Since we've got these set as our refuel station, what we also need to do is add in our pipe system here. So it can actually start refueling. So if we have a look here at our train, if I can get him, there he is. He's already at 80%. Let's watch him do his thing. There we go. So he's filling up his second tank. He's also facing the right way, which is good. And there he goes. See his speed that he's traveling at. So he's going to be traveling at 80. And we can get faster trains than this. This is just a tier 1 of the of this train. There goes our second train for logs. Goes around the roundabout there and straight into the, what would you call this? This is the refuel zone, but what would you call this? The refueling the refuel station. Refueling the fuel station? I don't know. We can change all of these to diesel. So I don't know what else. Well, we put steam in there. We don't need that. And we can see that they hold 150 each. There we go. So it's completely filled up. There goes our train. Oh, he's pulled in right behind him again. Do not like that. Why do you do that? Why are you doing that? So we'll get him to go around to there now. You don't want to move now. See, there we go. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I added. They should already be added. Goes, pulls up. Oh, now he's off again. Right, so I see that we've got some sort of issue with what rail exactly. I wonder if it could be maybe that one. That is something. Okay. Connect that up to there. Yeah, I don't know what rail isn't connected up there. Yeah, interesting. Maybe because this thing is set as a multi-direction. Oh, that was why. Because it's set up as multi-direction. Now it's set up to go the one way. I'll clean the system up a bit. And I think we'll find. Now we got one train there, and our train is still over here. Anyway, that's a good start for our station anyway. So we'll leave this episode here. I think I already said that and I did start it, but yeah, we've accomplished a little bit. We've now started to build our hub. And hopefully in the next episode, I think we might start planning our refinery so we can start getting some ore over here, which I'm pretty excited for. But anyway, with all that out of the way, if you are enjoying the content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as well as also, leaving a comment on, a favorite part of the episode or any episode or any games that you'd recommend. If there's a series that you like, even though I've only got the two series at the moment, I'm definitely looking at trying to work things out a bit better. As well, trying to balance this between work um, and I was ahead before. That's why you guys were having videos every day. To every couple of days there might be a video missing, or you've probably noticed that I've gone down to one video, which I'm trying to get the second video out. But yeah, trying to record and edit and do all that stuff. It's a little bit challenging at the moment. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to get episodes out to you guys. As well as the giveaway video. I've received a lot of comments on there, and a lot of you guys have subscribed, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for it, and all your tips and feedback, and suggestions as well. I really appreciate it all. But we'll leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.